Right.
Oh, what do we have here? A photo. Let me take a look. Who is this handsome fellow? Is he a friend of yours?
Is he the mysterious fellow you saw in the audience on the 22nd?
Oh, you mean the mysterious gentleman I saw in the audience on the 22nd? Well, let me think. I'm not quite sure. There were so many people that night, it's hard to remember everyone. But he does look quite intriguing in this picture. Do you know him?
He is one of our suspects.
One of your suspects? How exciting. I must admit, I love a good mystery. So, what makes him a suspect? Is there something suspicious about him? Tell me everything you've discovered.
He has slicked back hair like you described.
Slicked back hair, you say? Well, it seems we have a sharp dresser on our hands. But tell me, detective, how does his hairstyle alone make him a suspect? I'm curious to know what other evidence you have against him.
He has motives towards one of the victims.
Oh, motives towards one of the vixens, you say? Now that's intriguing. Pray, do share the details. What kind of motives are we talking about? Is there a particular vixen that caught his eye? I must admit, I'm always fascinated by the tangled web of relationships and desires.
He was previously seen arguing with Nicola Grossman about artwork.
Yeah, an argument with Nicola Grossman, you say? How scandalous. I can't help but wonder what they were arguing about. Do you happen to know the topic of their dispute? It seems there's quite a bit of drama happening behind the scenes. So juicy.
He didn't want to pay for one of the artworks.
Well, it appears we have some financial feuds brewing in the backstage realm. Not wanting to pay for someone's back. That's certainly an interesting twist. I must admit, I'm curious to hear more about this. Was it some kind of business arrangement? Or perhaps a personal debt? Pray, do enlighten me, Detective Martini.
Do you know if Haley had any debts?
Haley's fat. Now that's an unusual question. I'm not quite sure why you're interested in that, but I can assure you that Hayley Greenwood was a stunning dancer with a beautiful figure. She had grace and elegance on the stage, captivating the audience with her moves. Is there a specific reason why you're asking about her physique?
Did she owe anyone any money?
Anyone owing money? That's an interesting thought. I'm not sure about anyone specifically, but I do know that in the world of performance and entertainment, financial matters can sometimes get complicated. People borrow and lend, make deals and agreements. It's all part of the business, I suppose. Are you investigating any particular debts or financial transactions?
Did Haley have any arguments of what I can't think? I had a word and it slipped off the tip of my tongue.
Haley's finances. I'm not entirely sure about her personal situation. We dancers tend to keep our own affairs private, you see. But I can tell you that Haley was a talented performer and she always seemed to have a flair for the extravagant. Perhaps she had a taste for the finer things in life. But really, Detective Martini, why the sudden interest in Haley's finances? Is there something specific you're looking for?
Did she have any business rivals?
Oh, a business rival for Haley. That's an interesting angle to explore. I must say, I'm not aware of any direct rival she had in the burlesque world. We all have our unique styles and performances, and there's usually a sense of camaraderie among us. But who knows? Behind the scenes, there might be some hidden tensions or professional rivalries that I'm not privy to. Do you suspect someone in particular?
Would anyone be jealous of Haley?
Jealous of Haley? That's quite a thought. I can't imagine why anyone would be jealous of her. She had a magnetic stage presence, yes, but I haven't sensed any envy or resentment towards her. We all have our own talents and charms that we bring to the stage. but now I'm curious. Detective Martini, why do you think someone would feel jealous of her? Is there a specific reason or incident that caught your attention?
What can you tell me about her jewellery?
Her jewellery. Yeah, now that's a topic I can happily discuss. You see, as performers, we often adorn ourselves with exquisite accessories to enhance the glamour of our acts. But when it comes to Hayley's jewellery, I must admit that I don't have much information. She had a flair for style, but I can't recall any particular pieces that stood out. Why the interest in her jewellery, Detective Martini? Are you investigating a potential connection between her accessories and the recent events?
Somebody may have killed her trying to steal her jewellery.
Oh my, that's a dreadful thought, isn't it? Someone being killed for their jewellery. How sinister. But forgive me for asking, why do you suspect that someone may have targeted her for her precious gems? Was there something specific about her collection that caught your attention? I can't help but be intrigued by this mystery unfolding before us.
Because some broken jewellery was found at her crime scene.
Broken jewellery at a crime scene, you say? Well, that certainly adds a twist to the story. It seems we have a potential motive for the crime. But tell me, Detective Martini, what kind of broken jewellery was found? Do you have any leads on who might have been interested in stealing it? I'm quite curious to know how it all fits together. It's like something out of a thrilling detective novel, isn't it?
Do you know anyone that might have wanted her jewellery?
Well, that's an intriguing question, isn't it? Who would want to head my way? I must admit, I have a loyal following of fans who travel far and wide to see my performances. People from all corners of Europe come to witness the magic of my burlesque show. But as for someone specifically wanting to head my way for other reasons, I can't think of anyone off the top of my head. Why, is there someone in particular you suspect, Detective Martini?
Now, the fact that she said that that could be a motive, I think we've narrowed down that it was to steal her jewellery. Even though that's not saying it on this instance. On a previous playthrough, we did have that there was broken jewellery at the scene of the crime. You know, maybe it's just not quite revealed that yet. What can you tell me about Hayley's jewellery?
Oh, Hades jewelry. They're absolutely fabulous. They create the most stunning pieces inspired by mythology and the underworld. Their designs are edgy, unique, and full of character. Oh, Hayley's jewelry. She had such a unique sense of style. She loved to wear bold and eye-catching pieces that really made a statement. I remember she had this stunning necklace with a pendant shaped like a sunflower. It was so vibrant and full of life, just like her. And she always wore these delicate silver rings on her fingers, each one with a different gemstone. It was like she carried a little piece of magic with her wherever she went. Hayley had such a knack for finding the perfect accessories to express herself.
Were you jealous of these?
Jealous? Oh, not at all. I actually admire and appreciate Hayley's taste in jewelry. It was so uniquely her, and it suited her personality perfectly. I don't feel any envy towards her collection, but rather a fondness for the way she expressed herself through her beautiful and meaningful adornments. It's all about celebrating each other's individuality, don't you think?
Do you know anyone that may have wanted to steal her jewellery?
Oh, Detective Martini, I don't think anyone would want to steal from me. I mean, my accessories are fun and all, but they're not exactly the crown jewels. You know, plus, I believe in the goodness of people. Most of the folks here in Vaudeville are kind-hearted and supportive. We all just want to live our lives, pursue our passions, and make connections with one another. So, let's focus on the positive vibes and leave the thoughts of theft behind, shall we?
What happened to your shoes?
Detective Martini, you've noticed my bare feet. Well, let's just say that I have a bit of a rebellious streak when it comes to footwear. I find shoes to be confining and restrictive, so I prefer to go barefoot whenever I can. It's a small act of defiance against societal norms, and it allows me to feel more connected to the earth beneath my feet. Besides, dancing is much more freeing without shoes, don't you think? It's all about embracing that sense of liberation and letting my feet move with the rhythm of life.
I get that. Okay, she now recognizes that she is bare feet. Okay. So every time that we get some information and some things to be asked, like, you know, they slowly learn, but also, like, there's so much contradictory information. So Ingrid may have been trying to steal from Hayley. Potentially. But we need to find out about this Manticore. Hi, what can you tell me about a Manticore?
The Manticore. A fascinating creature indeed. Are you familiar with the legends surrounding it? The Manticore is said to have the body of a lion, the wings of a bat, and the tail of a scorpion. Quite a fearsome sight, wouldn't you agree? I actually had one in my collection for a time, but it has since found a new home. Monseuir Saxobar, a talented circus trainer, has taken it under his wing. Quite an extraordinary creature, I must say.
When did this happen?
Oh, you're curious about the timeline, aren't you? Well, let me think. I believe it was a few months ago that I decided to part ways with the Manticore. Time flies, doesn't it? It was quite an eventful day, I assure you. But why the sudden interest in the Manticore? Is there something specific you'd like to know?
Does it have the teeth of a man?
My dear Detective Martini, I must admit, your words have piqued my curiosity. Half the teeth of a map. How intriguing. Pray tell, what do you mean by that? I'm always eager to explore the mysteries that lie within the world of maps and cartography. Do enlighten me further, if you will. Well, now that's an intriguing question. The teeth of a man, you say? I'm afraid I don't have that particular detail in my knowledge of the Manticore, but it wouldn't surprise me if such a mythical creature possessed such a unique feature. After all, the Manticore is known for its extraordinary and fantastical attributes. If you have any more questions, or if there's anything else you'd like to discuss, please do let me know. I'm always eager to share my knowledge and stories.
Could the Manticore have been responsible for one of the crimes?
Responsible for a crime, you say? How fascinating. I must admit, I find it hard to believe that the Manticore could be involved in something so criminal, but I suppose stranger things have happened. Pray, do tell me more about this alleged connection between the Manticore and the crime. I'm quite intrigued to hear your thoughts on the matter.
One of the murder victims was attacked by an unusual creature not native to the area.
An unusual creature attacking the victims, you say? My, that does sound like a tale straight out of the Gothic novel. I can't help but be captivated by such a mysterious occurrence. Tell me, Detective Martini, do you have any more details about these attacks? The nature of the injuries, perhaps. It's also intriguing, don't you think?
So there's an animal attack with bite wounds to the arms, and then the body was moved to the forests.
Wings, you say? How peculiar. I must admit, I've never heard of a winged animal with a penchant for arms. It sounds quite fantastical, doesn't it? And the body being moved to the forest adds another layer of mystery to the whole affair. I must confess, I find myself rather intrigued by these peculiar circumstances. Pray, do tell me more about these events. I'm curious to know if there are any other peculiarities that might shed light on this enigma.
Does the Manticore have any connection to the forests?
Connections to the forest, you ask? Well, the Manticore, as far as I'm aware, is not specifically associated with forests. Its mythical origins are often linked to deserts and other arid landscapes. However, legends can be interpreted in various ways, and it's possible that different tales have depicted the Manticore in different settings. Is there a particular reason you suspect a connection between the Manticore and the forest in this case? I'm genuinely fascinated by your line of inquiry.
Could the Manticore transform into a human?
Transform into a human, you say? That's an intriguing notion indeed. I must confess, I've never come across any stories or myths that suggest such a transformation for the Manticore. But then again, the world is full of mysteries and surprises, isn't it? If there is any truth to this claim, it would certainly add a captivating twist to the already enigmatic nature of the Manticore. Tell me, Detective Martini, what leads you to believe that the Manticore has the ability to transform into a human?
Is this a ritual altar?
A ritual, you say? How fascinating. Pray, do enlighten me further. What kind of ritual are you referring to? Are you suggesting that there might be some sort of transformative ritual associated with the Manticore? I'm afraid I'm not familiar with such practices, but I'm always eager to learn and expand my knowledge. Please, do share more details if you have them. I'm quite intrigued by this line of inquiry.
Could there have been a ritualistic murder?
Happiness and rituals, two intriguing concepts intertwined. I must admit, I find the connection between the two rather captivating. Tell me, Detective Martini, what is it about this particular ritualistic mother that brings about happiness? Is it the fulfillment of desires, the attainment of inner peace, or perhaps something more mysterious and profound?
I don't think we're going to get any of that. But saxobar. Tell me about the Manticore.
Monseuir. Yeah, my friend, that is ancient history. Let us focus on the present and the wonders that await you tonight at the circus saxobar.
Tell me about the Manticore.
Yeah, the Manticore. A magnificent creature indeed. But I'm afraid that's not something I can discuss with you at the moment. Perhaps you'll have the pleasure of witnessing its grandeur in person at our show.
Why not?
Because I said so.
You previously told me you only had lions.
I changed my mind.
Could your Manticore have been out during April 22nd?
No,
Why not?
not my problem.
It's your animal.
And
It's your problem.
figure it out yourself.
You're sounding very suspicious now, sir.
Of course I am.
And what would your motive be?
Bow down.
No, I will not bow down to you.
Fine.
Tell me your motives.
None of your business.
It is my business to make sure that the criminals behind this heinous crime are sent to justice.
Go find them then.
I already have.
Prove it.
You have a Manticore.
Yes, I do.
And it is responsible for murder.
No,
Yes.
no,
Yes.
no,
It is responsible for the murder of Maria Jansen.
no,
Yes.
no,
Tell me.
no,
You will tell me.
no,
Your circus will be closed if you don't tell me the truth.
no,
Yes.
no,
I will have to confiscate all of your animals.
no,
Yes. Are you not going to talk to me anymore?
goodbye.
Is no the only word you know?
Yes.
Okay, so we've closed off all avenues of being able to talk with him. It's like, shit, he knows that I did it. No, no, no. Okay.
So,
Not allowed
tell
to
us,
say
Detective
anything else.
Martini, who is the culprit?
Ingrid
Interesting choice, Detective
may have
Martini.
tried to
May I
steal
ask you
something
why?
from Haley Greenwoods. Maria Jansen,
Are you
you
sure,
have the
Detective Martini?
Manticore.
And why?
As a punishment for stealing to save someone by accident. The Manticore could have literally killed someone by accident. It, you know, his animal may have just gotten out by accident and killed her. It's an animal attack. I don't think there was any sort of connection. Nicola Grossman, the Enigma. that is. Could be him, could be him. I don't think she has any connection. It could even be Pascal who did something, but...
Interesting choice, Detective Martini. May I ask you why?
I don't think they were business rivals, though sometimes it seems to be the case. For the unpaid debts is what the information we've previously had seems to be.
Detective Martini, this is complete nonsense.
Damn it. It's like a needle in a haystack, you know, in an enigma that is entwined in things that are not true and not correct. From old information that is impossible to say.